So in this video, we are going to talk about Rahu Dasha, what results Rahu Dasha gives. Okay, so if you want to take personal consultation, you can check the website. Okay, let's get started. So Rahu Dasha. So Rahu Dasha gives you the results according to its placement basically. So wherever it is placed, it will give you results according to that. The planets it is conjunct with, the planets it is aspected, and where the dispositor is placed. Good or bad, it depends upon where it is placed, which house it is placed. Okay, in Navamsha, what is the position? Is Rahu good in that house? What is the sign of Rahu? Right, so depending upon where it is placed, it gives you the results. Okay, it also depends upon how much your soul is evolved, because many children take birth during a particular time, but the level of souls is very different, right? So depends upon what is your level of spiritual development, that is also checked. So you have to first check where it is placed. For example, in the fourth house, so events of the fourth house, it will activate. The dispositor, let's say, is placed in the 12th house, so guaranteed foreign journey will happen, guaranteed some losses the native has to occur, guaranteed spiritual development will happen. Okay, Rahu in the 4th, dispositor in the 6th, the native, if dispositor is like Mars, Sun, Saturn, okay, then the person will defeat the enemies, win over all the enemies, defeat enemies, and win all the competitions, will become a ruler. Okay, defeat all the problems, all the diseases, problems, obstacles will end in life. But if the dispositor is not well placed in the 6th, the person can suffer from diseases, the person can suffer lots of problems in life, obstacles in life, setbacks in life. Okay, so it totally depends upon the planets it is with and conjunct with the ruler. Okay, all those planets will tell you what results it will give, and you also have to check the Navamsha placement, Navamsha position, where it is in the Navamsha. That will also tell you about what results Rahu Dasha is gonna give you. Okay, so this we have to check. Now let's say Rahu is in the 7th house in the Navamsha, so guaranteed 7th house related matters will get highly activated in Rahu period. Okay, dispositor placed in the 2nd house, gain of wealth through partner can happen, gain of wealth through a business can happen, partnership business, gain of wealth through law, etc. can happen. Okay, 5th house, Rahu in the 5th house. See, Rahu in the 5th house is not very good placement, because 5th house is your intelligence. When Rahu rules your intelligence, the planet that is a Chaya Graha, shadow planet, a planet which is very manipulative, a planet which is highly obsessed and can do anything to achieve its desires. If that planet is ruling your mind, then it's not very good. Okay, but if ascendant is strong, then it will be better. Okay, so Rahu in the 5th is good for giving you political success, name, fame, etc., everything, but you also have to see how it is placed in the 5th house, because 5th house is your intelligence. So if your intelligence is not good, then nothing will work. But sometimes Rahu in the 5th house gives you excellent results if it is in the good sign, good house, good sign. Okay, then definitely it will give you good results. Okay, so that you have to check how it is placed. Rahu in the 1st house, 1st 7th axis is a little bit tricky. Okay, so anywhere your Rahu is placed in any house, its results depends upon your karmas of the past life and the planets it is conjunct and aspected with. Why? Okay, Rahu in the 1st house is not a very good placement, neutral we can say. 2nd house, Rahu in the 2nd house is also not a very good placement, we can say neutral. Third is very good, fourth is not good, fifth is neutral, acceptable, sixth is acceptable, seventh is not acceptable, eighth no, ninth is okay, little bit acceptable, neutral, 10th yes acceptable it is, but ketu in the fourth house is not that good for family life, relation with mother, health of mother, but still 11th Rahu is good for gains, okay, but ketu in the fifth house is not good for education that much, or love life, relationships, love affair. 12th house Rahu is not a very good placement. It can, if it is afflicted by Mars, it can also give you imprisonment, okay, so that all situation occurs. So Rahu in the 12th is not very good, because then it makes you always live in the illusion, right? So it's not a very good placement. So now we will see according to Bphs the effect of Rahu Dasha. Basically it is given effects of Sukshma Dashas in the Pratyantar Dasha of Rahu. Sukshma Dashas in the Pratyantar, but somewhere it is applicable for the Antardasha as well, okay. Rahu Dasha and Antardasha of these planets. So let's see when Rahu period starts, Rahu Dasha starts and Rahu period runs, then it is written, tendering to create turbulence by people, lack of wisdom in performance of duties, affliction of the mind. So whenever Rahu period starts, you have to be very careful while taking any decision, because your mind becomes obsessed or afflicted and you lack wisdom. Here it is clearly written, lack of wisdom. So Rahu becomes too much prominent, where it is very much likely that you will make wrong decisions in life which later you may regret. So be very very careful while performing any kind of action, right? It's very important, otherwise you will have to suffer and there will only be loss of time, money and wealth. So it is highly possible that people may create problem in your life, issues in your life, and relation with your friends and the people in your life may spoil, or untrustworthy people may enter in your life, or you may get influenced by those people who are not genuine, who are tricksters, who are not genuine for you. So you may have to meet or deal with these kinds of people, so have to be careful. Then Rahu Jupiter period, after that comes Rahu Jupiter period, where mind gets relaxed a little bit, okay. Here mind gets relaxed. Rahu Jupiter period, mind little bit gets relaxed and is able to take right decisions, and little bit wisdom is gained. Now if a person has no wisdom, then the situations will happen that will make the person realize what wrong he has done, and he will face the consequences of his decisions, of his actions, and then he will become wise, because we never become wise unless and until we are punished for our actions, or when we get the fruits of our actions, then only we realize that how much wrong we were, okay. Also have to control your speech, because your speech can become little bit violent, okay. You have to be very careful while using the words, and also in this dasha you will learn that you should use right words, because your speech, your thoughts matter a lot, and what type of words you use or communicate, it decides many things about your destiny. It makes your destiny, it creates karmas for you. So you will learn the power of words and how to use it properly, okay. This Rahu Jupiter Dasha can make you highly religious as well, but you may also have to face money issues. Poverty also you may have to face, but you may become highly religious and you will pray a lot. And you have to take care of your health, because if Jupiter is afflicted in your chart, then you can face chronic disease issues, problems, health issues, right? Especially if it's related to your sixth house in birth or navamsha. Be careful because health related issues can happen. Then comes Rahu Saturn dasha. So in the Rahu Saturn period, uh, gain of wealth through unfair means. See, in the Rahu Saturn period, you can become manipulative, you can cheat, or you can lie. These things you can do, so have to be very careful. Wicked or mean nature. Your nature may become wicked, mean, or you may make mistakes. You may hurt people knowingly, unknowingly, or you can become manipulative. So you have to be very, very careful in Rahu Saturn period that you do not make any wrong decision. Okay, performing other duties, undesirable association in Rahu Saturn period also you have to be careful because you can encounter wrong people in your life. You can make wrong decisions, so be careful. Do not use unfair means to gain wealth. Do hard work and then gain wealth. Do not cheat people for your wealth, remember this. Then comes Rahu Saturn period is a period when you can go through lots of karma cleansing, healing, learning. Depending upon your karmas, you get the results in Rahu Saturn. Whenever Saturn period comes, no matter whenever in transit or any period of Saturn, karma cleansing happens. And Rahu Saturn, when it happens, it is accelerated. Okay. Rahu Mercury. Rahu Mercury increase in desire for sexual acts. Okay. And then eloquence, hunger, physical distress. So physically some health issues can happen. You have to take care of it. Sometimes you may have to go hungry. You also have to control your desires because you can attract wrong partners and you can go into sexual acts with them. So it's not good. So you have to be careful while taking the decisions regarding this. Okay. When your Rahu Ketu period starts, the Antardasha of Ketu in Rahu. Okay, this is going to make you highly spiritual because if you had any bad habit that was going against your spiritual progress, going against your soul purpose, that was not serving you, or any lesson you had to learn that now you have to learn that lesson because it is important for your soul growth, then you will learn those lessons. But if you have already learned those lessons, if you know you are walking on the right path, if you are aligned with your soul purpose, then those things will not happen which will trigger your spiritual awakening or take something away from you. This dasha is going to make you very much polite, little bit lack of emotions. You can feel detached from the world. You can feel like, what is the meaning of the world, why I'm doing this, like lack of that desire to do something, lack of desire to put efforts. Okay, so Rahu Ketu period basically transforms you a lot, but if you really learn your lessons, if you walk on the right path, then definitely anything that is bad for you won't happen. Now Rahu and Venus period. This period is going to be very amazing. Freedom from imprisonment, gain of position and wealth. In Rahu Ketu there can be imprisonment as well. Okay, if your karmas are like that or you have certain yogas, okay, then only, otherwise no. But it can happen, there's a possibility. So Rahu Venus dasha happens to be very, very awesome, very amazing if Venus is well placed. Then if it is not well placed, then you can face issues, but if it's well placed, then you can see that good things you are attracting in life, gain of position, wealth, success, marriage, relationship, wealth, career, all the materialistic happiness. Okay, but you have to see how Venus is placed. Then comes Rahu Sun. Traveling can happen, okay, and you can settle in foreign lands. You have to take care of your health, and your ego can rise, you can become egoistic, you should take care of that as well. And skin related issues can happen, so take care of that. But still you can gain government job or power, authority, success, political success, all that thing you can gain. Then comes the Rahu moon. So Rahu moon period is going to make you religious. You can become over emotional, okay, and you can become attached to something or someone. Your behavior will become very calm, very gentle, and you can become very loving, very caring, very emotional, or you can get emotional support from anyone. You can also gain jewelries, gemstones, okay. Now precious stones, wealth and education, it's very good for that. Other, you have see how it's placed. Then comes Rahu Mars period, anger issues, and you can feel very energetic, highly energetic. You want to do something, you want to put efforts into something, okay. And you can become physically very active, you can make new friends, and you will want to take risk in your life to do something. Changes in your personality will happen, changes in your looks will happen, but you have to be careful from thefts and stealing. Take care of your items. Other, you have to see how your things are, your Mars is placed, okay. And imprisonment can also happen, anger can also happen, okay. And don't, you can become a little bit very much passionate, right? So you have to be careful that you don't indulge in fight and arguments unnecessarily with anyone, okay, because you can, otherwise if it's irrelevant, then you will be defeated, okay. So that's why. So I hope this video was helpful. May God bless you, may God fulfill all your wishes and desires. Thank you, be happy, God bless you, bye.